Hello and welcome to episode 1 of the Clutch Report with me and Mr. Karak. We are going to be previewing the Premier League today. Going to give you our little top 6 predictions and preview our favorite teams also. We've got a Liverpool fan in the house and a United fan in the house. Defending champions. We'll
Listen,
also do a little bit of relegation prediction and a few hot takes.
that's lovely, Shivas. How are you, Shivas? How are you? How are you feeling today? And excited for this beautiful season?
Always, always excited, brother. I mean, I always start the season with optimism, but the way United goes, it always ends differently.
No, but then I genuinely think you guys will finish like above 10th this season. I think that's the least I could expect from United because last season was 15th. I think Everton finished ahead of you.
Yeah, there was quite a few teams that finished ahead of us, to be honest. At least the only way is up. I have that perspective that it cannot get worse than this.
No, I agree. I genuinely agree. And also,
Cannot get worse than this.
I think Liverpool are just flying just with the signings we've made. I think I'm looking at the quadruple this season.
Yeah, yeah, of
I'm
course. I
super,
love this
super
energy.
I'm super, super optimistic. And I just think, if Florian gets going with the groove and Mo Salah does more things and Aki TK gets Doi TK, then, life is good.
I like this early confidence. We're going to clip it and save it for the end of the season. You know that, right? Quadruple
101%.
incoming and all that.
But then you won't believe this. So last season, I was supremely confident that we'd at least win 3 titles because the way we were playing and, that just,
At what point? At what point? Are you telling me that when Arne Slot came in, you thought you'll win the league?
nah. When Arne Slot came in, I put us in top four. I didn't expect us to win a title because I think just the sheer influence Jurgen Klopp had over the club, I didn't think that Slot will come in and be like, "Hey, listen, you're gonna follow what I'm doing." But I
Yeah.
thought once you started watching Liverpool play last season, I think till from November onwards, you could just sense that. Okay, listen, I think he's
Yeah.
marked his footprint all over the club. Like just with the way we played, a lot more possession oriented, which was fantastic. And after like December, I was like, wait, we might just win the league and the Champions League. And we were supremely unfortunate to get PSG. Supremely
I mean, but
unfortunate.
you have to beat them at some point. So whether you get them early, late, you got to beat them at some
No,
point.
but then come on, we finished first in the Champions League group stages, which I think
Yeah.
I love. See, I love the Champions League group stages. I love what they've done. But I just don't understand the seeding point of the seeding just doesn't make sense for me. Like
Yeah. It's
you
a bit.
finish one and you face fucking PSG. That's just
Yeah.
PSG deserve to win. But anyways, yeah, I'm just excited for Liverpool this season. I think
I
this is
mean,
like
all the expectations are on you guys. That's good. For us, it's the reverse. There's no expectation on us.
no, but then you guys have spent a lot of money. Like, do
Yeah, we have.
you want to touch on the signings you've made? I just like to understand from a United fan's perspective, like, what do you think about Ruben and the signings you've made so far?
I mean, I'm a big fan of the signings because the thing we lost last year was just goals, bro. We just struggled to score. We've literally gone Cunha 20 goals, Mbemo 20 goals, Sesko hopefully another 20 goals. So we've bought goals. That's all we've done. I still think there's a gap in the midfield. Ugarte is going to have a big season. Like, if he plays well, we have a good season. Casemiro, I don't know. Like, he looks fit and all that, but we just don't know what's going to come out of him. The Menu situation is again like, it's like we saw so much talent there. We just need it to work. And I can tell you that's one player every United fan is desperate. We want to see him succeed. You know what I mean?
Completely.
And also, Bruno is going to play deeper this season. Ruben has pretty much said he's going to play in that 6, which is, he does have the legs. Can he stick to that position is the key. Because he can play the ball from anywhere, you know what I mean? But he needs to stick and stay there. If he does that, I feel like we'll have a good season.
So what do you think? Like, from your just from your I'm just gauging some positive things. It's very surprising coming in from a United fan after the season you had last year. You think top four? You think top four, or you'd settle in for?
I'm not that confident. Top 4 seems like a struggle. I think there's definitely 4 better teams than us in the league. I think the fact that we don't have any European football means he has a week to prepare for every league game. But I would say we finish 5th.
Fifth?
That's my
Wow.
prediction. So okay, if we're doing predictions now, let's get into it.
Let's get in.
Let's go 6th to first.
Oh,
Let's go
lovely.
reverse order.
I don't mind
Okay.
that.
So I have Tottenham in 6th.
Ooh.
I like Thomas Frank. I think he's a good manager. I don't think they've invested really well yet, but I feel like the structure from last year is still there. It does that and structure is very strict. Whether they can move away quickly is the key. But they played well against PSG yesterday. I was quite impressed. It was typical bottling culture of Spurs that they didn't get over the line.
I was just gonna say that. It took the
Yeah.
word out of my brain.
It's just classic Tottenham to play well for about 80 minutes and just throw it away.
But also, what Thomas Frank said about the game, right? He said that the
Yeah,
operation went successful, but the patient died. And that was.
exactly.
And even
Perfect.
Luis Enrique also came out and mentioned that we didn't deserve to win, but that's
Yeah.
football at the end of the day. And also Thomas Frank is a very, very nice manager. I think high time that Tottenham get a manager who's well invested in the club, outside of the club also. He's a very passionate man. He'd like to go out, greet the fans, and work with the community outside of Tottenham also, which is fair. Like every club has its journey to go on top, and I think Thomas Frank is a phenomenal just an inclusion to that Tottenham backroom stuff. He's going to head everything up, and well deserved also, right? Well deserved. Ooh, don't get me started about Isak right now.
We'll get there. We will talk about that. But that's why I've gone Tottenham sixth. If they keep Isak, I think Newcastle maybe will finish sixth. They also have Champions League football to deal with. But if they lose Isak, I think they finish seventh or eighth. Basically, that's the tipping point for me. I don't think there's a striker in the market that they can replace him with right now. They also lost Wilson, so it
Wilson
seems
to
like
West Ham, right?
Tottenham's sixth. Yeah, Wilson went to West Ham. So yeah, I have Tottenham sixth. I have United fifth,
Oof.
which is a Champions League spot for us. It's a little bit bold, but I'm just confident because we don't have any European football. He's got a week to prepare. And if I'm not optimistic now, what's the point, bro? You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Just be optimistic now. I'm just gonna say it's Seski time, baby. It's Seski time.
Oh, Seski time, huh?
If he gets 15 goals, we are definitely finishing fifth.
So he got 13 goals with Leipzig last season in the league. So you're
Yeah.
expecting 15 from Sesko, say
I
15.
think if he gets 15, we definitely finish top five, is what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Wow. So what about Embuemo and Cunha? How
I
much
think
do you think?
collectively across the three, if we get 45 goals,
Wow, 45 is a
or
good number.
40 goals. Let's say 40. 40 is a little bit more. We also have Ahmad who will get goals. Bruno will get goals. You know what I'm saying? But across the front three, if they consistently play, say, 35 games, 30 to 35 games, I would hope they score 40 goals.
No, I think that's fair, man. I think what Cunha and Mbuemo have done in the Premier League, it's perfect signing for you guys. Well established in the Premier League. And then you have Seski coming in, with that
Yeah.
beautiful height, with that beautiful face, and that
Yeah. And
beautiful
from
left leg. Yo, listen, that
he's got a shot on him, bro. He's got some power behind that shot. From what I've
sometimes whenever I see Sesko take that shot, it reminds me of you playing football and shooting that shot on the right top
thank you,
corner,
man.
like,
Well,
Robin Van Persie.
glazing. Thank you, brother. And also, if we keep Hoyland, I think Hoyland could be a good second striker,
No, but
a
then what
good
about
backup.
Xerxes? What about Xerxes? I think Xerxes,
I'm a
you know,
Xerxes fan, to be honest,
yeah.
but I feel like Xerxes will play in the 10. He'll be like off the bench, he'll play in the 10s.
No, but I think finally, when I look at the United squad, I see some sort of a depth coming in.
Yeah,
Finally,
it's definitely that.
except for the midfield, because I just don't
Yeah,
understand how you have the same midfield from last season. But I think
yeah,
if Baleba comes in, bro, I'm gonna put them in top four. Like I'm genuinely gonna put them in top
I
four,
agree.
only because you have nothing other than the Premier League, the FA Cup, and the League Cup.
Exactly.
But then if Baleba doesn't come in, it's basically the exact same midfield, which looking at how Ruben sets his team up, if you go to his sporting days and now, do you
Yeah,
think they have the legs? They have the legs to do the entire season. Because last season, what was happening is, in transition, you guys are just getting punked,
yeah. There's always that hole in the middle, bro.
always. So I just want to see what Ruben does. Also, I give the benefit of a doubt to a manager who has a preseason. I think that's the
Yeah,
golden rule. So the golden rule is give the manager a preseason because it's his philosophy, right?
yeah,
If people don't adapt to his philosophy, then you know that it's not working out. So
yeah.
I'm excited for Ruben, but fifth, huh? Interesting. Champions League.
Yeah, I mean, we've been very patient with him, to be honest. We've been very patient because we all love the aura that he has. He speaks well, he's a charmer.
Absolutely.
And like we've just been through this cycle so many times, this 2 year, 3 year cycle where we'll have one good season, everyone gets excited, and then the second season is just like is the biggest dip, you know what I mean?
I
But
agree.
if Ugarte has a good season, I think we do well. It's just that he recovers the ball well, but he gives it away so cheaply. It's just like play the simple pass and we'll be fine. You know what I mean? Play the simple pass.
So Luis Enrique sold him and he said he's not wanted. I kind of understood why, because Luis Enrique plays that
Yeah.
tiki taka, short passing, move, pass and move, pass and move.
Yeah.
And then when Ugarte was bought by United, I don't understand that signing at all. But I think looking at what Ruben's doing, I think he had a decent end to the second half of the season last year.
Yeah.
But again, like you mentioned, just play the pass, like, play the easy
Yeah.
pass. And,
It's strange that at the time we used to curse Fred for it, but Fred used to do that so well. He used to just
so
recover
well.
the ball and play a 5 yard pass. That's
There's
all we need
also
from Ogate.
there's also another player who used to do that really well, and he's gone to Brentford. You know what his name is?
Who are you talking about?
Captain Jordan, mate. Captain
Oh,
Jordan
yes.
Henderson.
God, get over it, buddy. Get over it. Brentford are relegation contenders, my friend.
Really? Oh, okay. I think 15.
We'll get there. We'll
We'll
get
get
there.
there. We'll get there. So,
But yeah, I have United fifth.
okay, lovely.
In fourth place, I have Chelsea.
Oh,
I mean, I think they've got pretty good squad overall. Enzo did a decent job in his first season. They're coming off that FIFA Club World Cup bounce,
wait, you call
100
that a
million
tournament?
pounds in the bank.
You call that a tournament? I don't know. Liverpool didn't play in it. The champions of
Yeah,
England didn't play. Champions of Italy didn't play.
yeah, 20-time Premier League champions, 20-time Premier League champions didn't play. So
Didn't play. So I think it's a preseason tournament. Yeah. So
yeah, it
I
is
don't
what it
count
is.
that. It is what it is. Also, I have a question for you. If you are in a bar and you see this beautiful girl and she's a Chelsea fan and she asks you, can you name 18 players from the Chelsea squad? Would you be able to do that? Because I wouldn't be able to do that.
Well, they have 40. I think we can name at least 18. Come on, they have maybe 50 players in their squad.
Okay, 25. If I say 25,
Yeah,
there's no bloody way. They have
no chance.
50, they
No
have
chance.
50 players in their squad. Like, so
Yeah.
I read this tweet like 2 days back. So someone called Chelsea a 7-Eleven for the Premier League clubs. And I was like, bro,
Yeah.
that is a perfect
Yeah.
understanding of the situation at the moment.
With
It's
with Chelsea, the only thing I feel like still haven't figured out is their goalkeeper situation. I think the rest of their squad is pretty stable from last year. I
Mhm.
think Palmer will again score 15, 20 goals, get assists. Like, I think Caicedo is very settled in there. Enzo had a good season last year. João Pedro's a great signing, I think.
He's been start off really well, huh?
Yeah. And Delap is back up. That's a pretty solid team.
But I'm obviously
I
gonna
just
miss
think Sanchez is their weak point.
but I want to miss one guy, man. I'm gonna miss sorry, Miss Jackson.
Yeah.
You
He's
know,
not gone yet, but he's
he's not,
probably gonna go.
but he's definitely gonna go. Like, whenever I see Jackson, I just get reminded of that song.
Yeah. I think Jackson's a good signing for Newcastle if they go for him.
But will they? Because they don't want to. Okay, anyways, I don't want to get into this Isak nonsense anymore. I'm just.
We'll get there. Let's
We'll
get
get there.
to
We'll
it
get there.
towards the top of the table. But yeah, I've got Chelsea in fourth. I have got Arsenal in third.
Boy,
I think Liverpool has a stronger squad than them. And I think City, everybody's discounting City at this point, but there is no way Pep is gonna have a back-to-back, like a season like last season again. Even though they finished fourth, I feel like they will definitely do better.
no, but if you go through, like, I'm going to talk about Arsenal and then City after. If you go through that Arsenal squad and if you look at the signings they made this season, like, Norgard, who was the captain of
Yeah.
Brentford, Zubi Dubi,
Yeah.
But don't you feel like Arteta's midfield three, there's like a problem there, or there's an issue there where I feel like if Odegaard doesn't play, that creativity just goes off? Because obviously, like, you have Declan who kind
Yeah.
of fills a number six role where he plays at the
Yeah.
back. And then Zubi also, if you looked at what he did for Spain in the Euros, he kind of potentially was following the same setup where obviously
Yeah.
Zubi is just dribbling through the channels is way better than Declan Rice as of now. But then just the creativity part, I just don't understand because I don't understand the signings per se in the middle. But
Yeah.
Madu AK for 52 million is another, like, I'm just like question,
Strange one. Yeah, where does he play?
like, you're going to sign someone for 50 million just to put them on the bench. It just doesn't make sense to me. But
Yeah.
I think the only problem is when I look at the Arsenal squad is their left wing. And no one talks about it because I think Martinelli has been playing for 3 seasons now or 4 seasons now. And brother, like, I think it's time that he
He's like
performs.
consistently a 6 on 10. He doesn't give you that. He never gives you an 8, 9. He'll give you 1 or 2 games, but he
Exactly.
needs to be at a 7 or an 8 consistently,
No, but then I
basically.
think Arteta is just obviously like he trusts Martinelli a lot. Like, I agree, I understand that. But how long? Like, because that left wing you have Trossard and Martinelli, right?
Yeah.
Do you think if you look at the top four teams, only from the left wing perspective, don't you think Arsenal have the weakest left wing from the top four perspective? Like, just if you look at Martinelli
Yeah,
and Trossard.
I'd probably agree with that, unless you're saying Gakpo.
Come on, bro. See, Cody, I love Cody, but let's see how he does, dude. I think he had a
I like
great
Gakpo,
first.
man. I think he's all right. He has his moments. He's like a moments player. He doesn't have a full game where he's had a whole game where he's played really well, but he'll have a moment where he might turn the game around.
No, but then he's good. Like just with okay. Anyway, from a left wing perspective, obviously we'll miss Diaz because I thought Diaz was inconsistent. I think it's a
I love Diaz. I would love a Diaz in my team.
I know what you mean. Like his energy bubble there, always up and down, always
Yeah.
supporting the left back. But then I call him a 3 p.m. merchant, like because every 3 p.m. game for Liverpool, that man scores. It's just that man just scores. But then he was just supremely inconsistent. Like I think that's why when we got an offer of 70 million, we just was like, no, listen. I think
Yeah.
a respectful offer for someone like Diaz, who's 28 years old, to go for 70 million. And I think that's good. But Cody, again, but anyways, coming back to Arsenal, third, what do you think about Gyok, yo? Gyok the man.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm not sure if he was the signing. I mean, of course, Arsenal have been looking for a striker forever, but just the way they play,
Hmm.
he's he's a target man. He's in the box. Like that's just not the way they play. Is he going to be that guy who gives plays one touch and spins in? But that's not how Arsenal play football. You know what I mean? So that's that suited us to a certain degree because we play put the ball in behind and run, run, run. But I don't know if he gets. I can see him scoring goals for sure because
Easy.
Arsenal will create a lot of chances. But does he fit that system? Is the question.
But do you rate him as a striker? Because obviously he's playing in the Liga NOS and he scored 53 goals last season. The question is, do you rate him? Because I have my doubts. I don't think he'll fit the system like you mentioned.
Mm,
And in the with Sporting, he had like running behind the defense, running through the channels, and then
yeah,
they played very different kind of football, and the high line was high. But here, predominantly with Arsenal, out of the 20 teams, with 15 teams, they'll be park the bus, and they'll just be
yeah,
attacking, attacking, attacking. So he's potentially a target man. But I think for Arsenal, they finally have someone. They have finally
yeah.
someone who scored 53 goals and someone who's come in with a pedigree of scoring goals. So I don't know whether
Yeah. I'm just happy now they don't have any excuses. They used to have this striker excuse for
my
3 years
God.
that we just need one striker and we're going to win the league. Shut your damn mouth, buddy. Now you have no excuse. You don't win the league this season, this so called project that has been going on for 5 years. There's no excuses. That's all I'm happy about.
My hot take is Arteta out. Arteta out. Let's go.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it, bro. Arsenal fans are the worst fans in the world. And
Bro, deluded. Oh, jeez.
the one thing I don't want is Arsenal not winning the league. I mean, of course, I don't want Liverpool to win the league also, but
No, actually, we're a little better. I thought, when you look at just overall, I thought we handled ourselves better than if Arsenal win the league, it's over. It's over for everybody. I'm off Twitter
no, no.
for 3 weeks.
In those terms, I respect Liverpool as a fan base. Of course, the rivalries there's Liverpool United. I just don't respect Arsenal as a fan base.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. And
That's all it is.
finally, we agree to something, so I'm happy.
We hate each other, but there's some level of respect. You know what I mean?
That 100%, yeah. So third is Arsenal, and then second is
Unfortunately, I've got City in second and Liverpool in
uh,
first.
Liverpool first, City second.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I just think Liverpool are too strong, man. And you
Bro,
bought well. If you get Isak over the line, Jesus Christ, bro, it's scary.
and you're forgetting another player, man. The man, Mark Gui at the back.
Yeah, again, that's stability. My worry was Virgil this season. I think he is getting a bit old, I would say.
Mhm, mhm.
I think he's probably got another season, max two left in him, but he will be caught out sometimes this season. But if you
True.
get Kehi, I think that depth is good.
No, but then I think Virgil is a superstar. Like, is I think
Yeah, yeah, I'm not denying that.
what he brings to that team, I just like him to be there. Like, I'm
Yeah,
okay
yeah,
with him making those errors, but then
yeah,
what he brings to that entire squad as a captain, like you could see just
yeah,
influence last season where, the boys were just ready to like run through anything for Virgil, like, which was special.
yeah,
And also you have again, dude, Mo Salah, like if you've read what McAllister said about Mo Salah, like in this Players Tribune, so it was a beautiful write-up. So he
yeah,
said that when I joined Liverpool, I thought, okay, listen, Salah's 31 years old, I'm 24, let me go to the gym with him. So he went thrice. And then the fourth day, he said, I can't do this because I'm so sore. And Salah's always the first to enter the gym, last to get out. And he
to
calls
get
him a
out. Yeah,
monster. Who else has done this? Like, who else do you think about when you talk about the gym, when you talk about going in first, coming out? Ronaldo.
yeah, that same mentality, bro. It's that same mentality.
So it's just like, also Salah is just supremely disrespected. Like, I'm so sorry, but then he is one of the greatest, or if not the greatest right wing in the history of the Premier League. I'm
Yeah,
gonna put that out
I'll
there.
give you second.
So who's your first?
Who do you think, man? Who
Right
do
wing.
you think?
Right wing Ronaldo.
In his first spell, he played
Right wing.
right wing a lot.
And but
The thing is, everybody talks about Ronaldo's Ballon d'Or season, but people forget that the 2 seasons before that also, he was playing at an extremely high level.
but then the numbers
Five,
shift.
six, six, seven. Yeah, but football is different now,
I
bro.
agree.
Football is different now.
But then
If
just the
Ronaldo was
sheer,
playing as a striker in that team, he would have scored those goals.
but not like how Salah did it for like 7 seasons, dude. Like 20 plus goals for 7 consecutive seasons, and then doing it like what he did last season. Like I generally think obviously he won't win the Ballon d'Or. He'll finish second because Dembele will finish first for sure. But again, I don't believe in the Ballon d'Or. I'm just putting it out there. I think
Yeah.
it's a total. It just doesn't make sense to have Ballon d'Or anymore because we know who's going to win it anyway. But then again, Salah is just something else to it. Like I
No,
can
no,
just
I
keep
agree.
talking about him.
He's phenom, absolute phenom. For me, he's the second best. He's definitely in the top 5 best ever Premier League players, I'd
But
say.
would you put him in your 11? Say, for example, if you want to make a Premier League 11,
Yeah, I would find a way to put him in
you'll
there.
find a way to put in Salah.
I'd find a way.
I'll
Because
find a
I
way to put in Ronaldo.
can't not put in Ronaldo. I can't not put in Rooney. I'll find a
Exactly.
way to put Salah in there.
Fuck
The team
Rooney.
might be a bit fuck all in terms of formation and all that, but you got to fit them in. And KDB
God.
also has to fit in there. There's somehow you put Scholes in there. There's a
Ben
lot to
Gerrard.
work with. Yeah, there's too many names.
But then let's backtrack a little bit and let's talk about Pep Guardiola's
Yeah,
Manchester City.
yeah,
They've spent a lot of money again, as usual.
as
Classic Pep.
usual.
Classic Pep Guardiola. Signs someone in January and then sends them out on loan
Yeah,
in July because it doesn't work out. It's good to be Pep. No,
he
I'd like
can
to
do
be
it,
Pep in my
bro. It's
life.
good to be Pep. It's a fucking recycling machine. That
Bro, I don't know how he like, but see, okay, I think he is the greatest manager because he's done something to the sport. He's changed how football. He's
second greatest
he's
manager
taken.
ever. But yeah,
Well, second, obviously, Sir Alex
yes,
Ferguson. I'll give that.
yes, yes,
But then, yeah, dude, like just that team this year, the squad this year, no Grealish, no KDB.
yeah,
You think they've obviously got Rodri back, and Rodri obviously is not. He's coming to terms with his ACL injury. Like you can see that
yeah, yeah,
he's just getting injured again. He got injured in the Club World Cup also. They got smacked by Al Hilal in the Club World Cup. And if you just look at their squad in general, do you think that there is somewhat of a gap than what they had last 2 years back? Like just from a place where I don't think they have winners in their team anymore. I think it's a new
yeah,
squad. It's everything is a new setup. I trust Pep Guardiola to take control of the ship, no doubt. But
yeah.
just from obviously we both play sport and we both understand how sport works. Do you think this could be like a transition phase for City?
It is a little bit of transition, but I think this entire season hinges on Rodri being fit because you saw the difference last year. Without him, with him, it's mammoth.
That's bad.
The
Yeah.
also the other thing with them is their two centre backs. They play. I don't know if Guardiola is going to play left back, left. They still have Stones. It's an aging defense. Ake is decent. It's just like I feel like they will leak goals. You can't keep playing Matthews, Nunes left back, right back. I mean, all that shit's not going to work. You know
They
what I
got
mean?
right back actually. I'm just tired of Ake playing left back, Akanji playing right back, and then
Yeah.
randomly Akanji playing right back and playing through the middle. Like, I'm just like, see, you have so much money, Pep, you can just sign a right back now. It's pretty
Yeah,
simple.
that's where I feel like I still think there's a lot of goals in that team. They bought reindeers. They've got. I mean, Haaland will definitely be. He's my top scorer for this season. Whether he just finds a way to score goals, but
Yeah,
he's
he's
going to be there. I really like Marmoush. I'm a big fan of Marmoush. I think he will play most games. He's the new Egyptian king.
don't say that. You can call him the Egyptian prince. Don't call him the Egyptian king. I'm gonna
I,
go now. You've
I was
triggered me
just
now.
teasing you, just teasing to see how you take that comment.
I call him the Egyptian prince, I think
Yeah.
when Salah retires, he's gonna do that and he's gonna put it on
Yeah.
people.
No, but I like him. So I think there is goals in that team. It's just what I think is people are underestimating them a little bit based on how they did last season. If Rodri plays the whole season, I think they will finish second or third. I put them second based on Rodri being fully fit and playing the whole season.
What about Ryan Cherky? You think he'll play?
Yeah.
You think he'll play that many games? You think he has that mindset in him to like not be lazy? Because we've heard rumors that he has an attitude issue from
Yeah.
Lyon, and City signing him and Pep taking care of someone like this. And I think the last player he took care of who was a little notorious was who? Can you give me a guess?
Who are you talking about? Jack Grealish?
Jack Grealish, come on, he had a great season in that treble, but then there's one player who's kind of had like an attitude issue. I wouldn't say an attitude issue. He's a legend. He's a Swedish lad, you know,
Swedish lad.
back
Why
in
is
the
this?
day.
Why am I blanking? Zlatan.
Yeah, bro. Like
Yeah.
Think
Yeah,
about it.
yeah,
Like, who else?
Barcelona.
Like, I'll be very honest with you. I literally wanted to Google the guys who Pep had managed from 2005 to like
Man, that
2025.
list is something else, bro.
And the only guy with an attitude problem there was Ibra. Like, there might
Yeah,
be more. I might be wrong, no doubt. But this is something that, I've been watching football for God knows how long. And then I thought, Ibra Cherki is a fantastic talent, no doubt. But then
yeah,
I just looked at the squad this morning and I was like, other than Doku, who's that direct winger? So you're telling me they're going to be playing inside forwards throughout? Because you have Cherki, you have
yeah,
Savinho who cuts left, and then you have Phil Foden who went missing last season.
yeah,
No one talks about it. I don't know why. Just because
yeah,
he's English. And then you have Doku obviously on the left. Who else? Who else do they have? Like I don't, you see the
yeah. It's just that you never know with Pep. You don't know what he's going. There's so much rotation that's going to happen. I literally
absolutely,
think, apart from Haaland and Mamouche, the rest are all going to be rotated so
absolutely.
much.
I agree.
Also, season without KDB for the first time, it's we
It's
just don't
crazy.
know what's going to happen. They've just gone under the radar, but I just trust Pep to figure a way out. You know what I mean? It's just Pep. He'll figure a way out, which is why I have them second, third. But I think it'll be a second, third, fourth are going to be quite tight in
Quite
terms of
tight.
points. I think Liverpool will probably win by, I say, 6 to 8 points is my
Really?
prediction. Yeah,
I think if we get Isak, I think we'll win by. I think we'll steamroll the league. That's my. If we
I
get
agree.
Isak. If we
I
get
agree.
Isak. If we don't, that's a problem because we sold obviously Diaz and Nunez, who I love. I love both of them. Then obviously the unfortunate incident with Jota, which basically we need to buy a striker now. I think Slot
Yeah.
also came out and said we need another attacker, so it should be coming in. We also signed this new dude, man, from Italy. This 18-year-old.
Leone.
From Leone. Have you watched him? Like, see, I haven't watched him, but I've read about this kid, and he looks
Mm.
like the next. I could put it there, the next VVD, but we signed a six.
Just remember, we're going to clip all these things, huh?
No, no, don't worry. So, you know what my friend told me? My friend was like, "I think he'll be the next Sebastian Coates." I started laughing because
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
when Sebastian Curtis came in, I was like, "Arey, we got another defender. Let's go." He's big and tall, but this kid looks good. Potential is there. For an 18-year-old paying 35 million, I think sensational. I think Slot knows what he's
Yeah.
doing.
And
But
it's like Lenny Oro for us, right? It's a project for the future, essentially.
Lenny Yoro, he's going to have a big season. Huh? I've been seeing some
Yeah.
clips on during preseason. He looked good.
No, no, I'm a big fan of Lenny. I feel like that one part of our team is quite sorted. Our defense is, except for the goalkeeper situation, but the back three and the wing backs, I think, look pretty stable there.
What are your thoughts on Onana? You think I can do a better job? You've seen
Oh, please, man, please get rid of him, please. Bro, he
that
just, you want your goalkeeper to give you calm, collected, just like confidence, at the back. I am never, I'm just always tense with Onana. Even Bayern, to be honest, neither are good goalkeepers. They're very ordinary. Onana is just like he has some amazing moments, like he'll pull off a worldie, but at the
then
same time, he has so many errors in him, bro. And like such simple errors.
I'm just shocked. Like I think he had a great season with Inter.
Yeah.
When they went to that beautiful Champions League run, which Lukaku obviously fluffed his lines multiple times.
Mm,
But then he's just been horrendous for United. Like you mentioned.
yeah, it's just,
Also, watching him, I love it because I love hate watching. So I watch every
yeah.
United game. When I was watching, whenever I watch Onana play, I just have a laugh every time. I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's like we spent so much money, so it's hard to sell him. And now Donnarumma is available, but we can't go for him. Nobody wants to buy Onana, so we can't get a third goalkeeper. That's another thing for us. If Onana has I'll say a 6 on 10, 7 on 10 season, we'll be okay. But if
No,
he
absolutely. But I
just
think
the number of errors needs to reduce.
from a United perspective, I think you hit it right on the line when you spoke about 40 goals in the front three. Because last year the issue at hand was you guys just couldn't score. Like
Goals,
you guys
bro. Hoyland just couldn't score,
go
man.
like it was just, and also you had Garnacho and I don't know where he's going.
That brat. Get that brat out of my club, bro.
Is he going to be playing for you guys, or is he going to be leaving? Or
No, he's giving ultimatums.
wow,
He's like, I'll sit. Yeah, you sit, bro. Don't you want to play the World Cup next year?
the World Cup. I don't know. It's sad, but it's good. I'm liking what Ruben's doing. He's putting
Yeah.
he's
The
stamping his
culture is
authority.
important. Yeah. Culture is important.
I heard Sancho also. I think Roma bid for Sancho by the looks of it.
Yeah. 20 million.
20 million, take it. As at this moment, you guys just need to sell something else. Like, let's be
Yeah. We need him, Anthony, Garnacho. Rashford is gone, but these three need to go, man. Garnacho, like, we all loved him, man. It's just like
he
it
look
didn't
good,
need
bro.
to. It didn't need to turn out like this. It didn't need to be like this. I'm talking to you, Garnacho. It didn't need to be like this. Why did you do this to us? You are one of us. FA Youth Cup winner, FA Cup winner. He's had some of our, like amazing moments in our shirt, bro. Like
Like,
that final against City last year, he scored the first goal. Like he's got some iconic moments in United shirt. It just didn't need to end like this.
also that bicycle against Everton,
Yeah, bro, that's the best United goal in the last 5 years.
easily. I agree. No, but then again, Ruben does. I think the Ruben doesn't like him, or Ruben just doesn't see that he fits the system. Because
Yeah.
that could be the only play. Because he plays with the wing backs, Dogu and Amath playing right with Mbumo there. That's a solid combination for you guys. But
Oh,
then,
I think it was working for him. Like he got him back. Like he dropped him. I remember just before the City game, got him back into the setup, and he
Mhm.
was having a decent season after that. It's just that he can't shut his mouth. Like he didn't start him in the Europa League final, and he started passing comments. And we've given him so many chances. Literally, his brother used to leak the team all the time on Twitter.
Oh yes. No, but
Like
then
he,
that's a United problem. Like you just had issues. Everyone's just leaking out everything.
yeah, no, but everybody knew it was him. It was always his brother. But we let that also go. But then after the Europa League finally passed these comments, like, okay, just leave now, bro. If you don't want to be here, leave.
So I think it's good. Yeah. Garnacho leaving is good. I think it helps the team. Also, you guys can have a small squad this season. I'm just saying because you only have 40. I would say around 44 games or 45 games this
Yeah, exactly.
compared to a Liverpool, which we might have if we go the distance, which I think we will, around 63 games or 64 games. Yeah, but I think let's jump into my top six. My top six would be sixth is United. I would
Okay.
put them
I'll
in
take that.
sixth. And
I'll take that.
If Baleba comes in, then I would jump them up to fifth. But I think
Okay.
sixth is good for United. I'm gonna put fifth for Newcastle. I think Eddie
Okay.
Howe is a very good manager, and I believe that I know
With
they
or
have
without Isak?
with or without Isak. Actually, no,
Okay.
there's an asterisk there. With Isak as fifth. And again, it's basically if Baleba comes into United,
Okay,
go
got
on
it.
top, and if Isak doesn't stay, Newcastle go to sixth. I think Eddie Howe is a great manager. I think he's done a fantastic job with
Mm,
Newcastle. He's also the signings this season. Jacob Ramsey is good. They bought this defender from Roma, if I'm not wrong. Keep forgetting his name, but then they've bought this defender
uh,
or it's on the works. It should come through soon. And the only issue there is Visa comes in. If Visa comes in and if Isak leaves, and we all know what Visa can do, and
yeah.
it's going to be very similar to the Brentford setup per se.
Yeah.
He's right in the middle, and when you have Anthony Gordon on the left, and you have either Harvey Barnes or Jacob Murphy on the right,
Yeah.
just the midfield, man. They got Jacob Ramsey also, so
It's
I
not
think
yet done, right? Almost. If
already
they get
done.
Ramsey off the line, oh, it's fully done?
Fully done. They got another defender also, right? Romano just keeps posting, yeah. So I think
Yeah.
they have a decent squad overall. I think they got Aaron Ramsdale also, who I don't know, who's basically called as the relegation curse. So whichever team he goes to, they get relegated.
Yeah.
It's
But
crazy.
do you think they'll be able to manage Champions League football and the Premier League?
I think so. I think just if you just look at, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why they might finish fifth. Because I see Bournemouth obviously right now. They had a phenomenal season last year. I think Iriola is a fucking mad manager. I can't believe he hasn't been like poached so far. But then they're not gonna have a season like what they had last year. Then you have
Yeah.
Brighton again. They might. I don't think they'll have a season like what they had last year. So even Tottenham are going through, I would say, a transitional phase because they have a new manager coming in with Thomas Frank. The top four is kind of like sorted. Like, I think everyone knows what the top four is going to look like.
Yeah.
But then from there on, I think every club is going through their own journey. And
Yeah.
I just feel like Newcastle are just above everybody else. Like I don't know if you understand my wavelength, but my
Fair.
thought
Fair.
process. But
That stability, they have that stability with Eddie
exactly.
Howe. They know what they're doing.
Absolutely. So, and also Eddie Howe is good, man. He's a good manager. And then at fourth, I have Chelsea. Just like you, I love Enzo. I love that team. I think they could potentially finish above Arsenal. I genuinely think so.
Yeah, I agree.
But I just think that last season I think you saw a dip in Chelsea's form after New Year's. So after the
Yeah.
January period, I think Enzo has that in him. If you look at his Leicester days where they won the
Mm.
championship, there's always a dip in the second half of the season and the start.
Yeah,
And
they were talking
Chelsea,
about competing for the league in December last year, remember?
exactly. And then they just went, they just, and also let's be honest, they've gotten super lucky last year to like enter into the fray of top four because Newcastle kept losing, Villa kept losing,
Yeah.
Nottingham kept losing. So also they were clutch, no doubt they were clutch when it came to the
Yeah.
Nottingham Chelsea game where they drew, if I'm not wrong. So all of that, I put Chelsea in fourth. They could potentially finish above Arsenal because I'm putting Arsenal on third because
Yeah.
I I wouldn't say I don't rate Arteta. I think I like Arteta, but then I just don't understand the midfield. I thought they'll go in for a creative signing. I think Odegaard is there, but I've seen how fans are kind of frustrated with Odegaard because he takes too long to pass the ball. Like, he just
Yeah.
huddles and huddles and huddles and then tries to pass the ball. And then if Saka is unfit and if Saka goes off for another
If Saka's unfit, they'll finish fourth, fifth for sure. That he's such a big difference to that team.
absolutely, like, and what a player, right? Like
Yeah.
he's
He is star boy.
star boy. Like I'll weekend, where you at, fam?
Yeah.
Star boy
Yeah,
is
he
right
is
here.
star boy. Phil Foden has taken the back seat.
Bro,
Star boy is Bukayo
I
Saka.
don't talk about Phil Foden to me. Like, he's just you don't understand. Like, at fantasy, I have taken punts on Phil Foden. I was like,
Yeah.
he'll come through. He'll come through. And he's just failed miserably. And then who else is there? The second is Man City, Pep.
You also got City second?
I've also got City second. And
Okay.
first is, it's gonna be
Liverpool,
the
yeah.
lads. It's gonna be the lads. Just Liverpool, man. What a transfer season. If we get in Isak and Guhi, it's gonna be 11 out of 10. Kirkes right back, Frimpong right back. You have Robertson and Bradley as cover for both. Centre mid is the man, the myth, the legend. We call him the Rude Gravenberg. They call him Rugilt. But Gravy, what
But
do you
who does he
think
play
about
with? You think
Gravy?
McAllister and Gravenberch or you play Soboslai?
Bro, Maka has to be playing.
Okay.
Maka is one of my favorite midfielders from last season. Like,
Yeah, he had a phenomenal season.
rightly so, he was there in the player, the team of the year. He was rightly there for obvious reasons because he's fantastic. Like, you need someone like him playing box to box. It's perfect. And he's just so
Yeah.
talented, right? Like, he's very good on the ball.
Yeah.
And he just wins every bloody second ball. It's crazy for a shorty like him. He just wins everything. But why don't you give me, what do you think about Gravenberg? Like, just
No,
Jurgen
I was
Klopp.
shocked last season because from the season with Klopp to what he became last season was like he's an engine, bro. He runs up and down. I mean, and he's also good on the ball. Like I was surprised the passing range he had. Like, of course, we knew the engine was like okay, a little less surprising, but the passing range he had, just stability. You know what I mean?
I was, as a Liverpool fan, I was scared because, if Gravenberg gets injured, who the
Yeah.
hell is going to replace him in that role? And we still have that. We still have that
Endo.
void. I love Endo. Who doesn't love Endo, dude? Who does? You need that guy
Yeah.
coming in with that beautiful mouth mask of
Endo.
his coming in and let's go.
Yeah. No, and Gravenberch was like, because you were replacing Fabinho, right?
Correct.
You were just looking for that replacement, and like he's become that guy now.
It's such a like just that, the scanning of the field while before receiving the ball and moving into space.
Yeah,
It's just something, I never expected Gravenberg to do that. And that's where I credit Slot also for being such a very good player manager where he looks
yeah,
at players and he's just like, hey, I think you should do this and trains them, coaches them. So it's all about coaching, right, at the end of the day. And
yeah.
also, we got, I call him a rat. We got the rat removed from the club. You know who the rat is. I call him a snake.
We need to do a separate podcast on Trent, but
I don't even get me started about Trent. I I'm lost. I just cannot believe he left his
bro,
body.
Real Madrid is a bigger club than you. Just accept it.
See, that's the thing, right? Like, if I was not from Liverpool, now say for example, I'm
Yeah,
from born and raised, and with the team we have, and with the champions of England, right?
yeah,
There are two ways to look at this argument. One is you're born in Liverpool, you'd want to be a lifetime Scouser, you'd want to
yeah,
emulate Gerrard, and you'll want to become the captain of a successful Liverpool team. And we are heading there. And I think our squad looks much better than last year. Why would you want to leave? And then there is another side of the story where you won everything and you want a different challenge, but
yeah.
don't do it the way you did it. Like,
I mean, but
see,
he's clearly said he wants to win the Ballon d'Or, so I think that was always the motivation for him.
if he wins the Ballon d'Or, write it down, Shiv. I'm gonna shave my head because there is no bloody
He's
way.
not winning it, but he's definitely not winning it. But I mean, I admire a dreamer. I admire a dreamer. I think the level of hate is a bit too much. I understand the frustration. It's like Rashford is a strange one for us because we Rashford was our star boy and he's now not playing for us. But again, he shot himself in the foot. If you're not showing up 100% in training, fair enough. But we still have that level of admiration for Rashford, which I think you guys have kind of lost for Trent.
Well, you still do. You still.
No, I still love Rashford. I mean, there's a lot of things he's done. Bro, we've gone through such a lean time. And Rashford has been one of those bright sparks, at least for 2 or 3 of those seasons. the first season under Ten Hag was like, Jesus, the level he was producing was phenomenal. And like, I don't forget that. Like, there was so
That's
many,
nice.
that penalty against PSG. Like, these are, football is about moments, right? And these moments are
Absolutely.
etched in our memories. Like your Origi moment, who played the pass to him? It's Trent.
Then let's not even talk about the Origi moment. Let's talk about what you mentioned before this about football is about moments. You being a United fan, I don't know what moments you're talking about in the last 4 5 years. So I think you're
Bro, it's just small moments,
the
bro.
small ones, and I agree. Like I think Rashford, obviously, is a part of all of those moments for you. While
Yeah,
watching, like
exactly.
no, that's again. But my thing is very simple with Trent. There's a way to do it. If you looked at last season, he didn't show up for any press conferences. He didn't show up anywhere. Like we
Yeah,
all knew that there was something about the contract saga going on. Like for example, Salah and Virgil van Dijk kept showing up to the press. It's not like they weren't. But
yeah,
Trent just, for the lack of a better word, I don't want to use this word. I don't like using this word. Just kind of like shied away from all of this, pussied out
mm,
from just not being the scouser you're supposed to be. You have to give it to the fans because you're a scouser. Just shut
yeah,
up and say, listen, I want to go out, and say it in Jan. Don't come in and tell me after before the last game of the season and expect to give you like a beautiful farewell and garland you because you
yeah.
won the Premier League with us and the Champions League with us, right?
But he gave you a nice little Instagram post, goodbye message.
You didn't even cry, Shiv. You didn't even cry.
It's okay. He's no Steven Gerrard. He's no Ryan Giggs. We can, I think, just accept what he's had a decent career at Liverpool. Move on from it. I
So I
think
think
the
he's had a great.
hate, yeah, the hate can drop down a little bit.
See, okay. I love Trent. So I adore Trent.
Yeah,
I was one of like I used to support Trent all the time, doesn't know how to defend, doesn't know how to
yeah.
defend.
Great passer, failed right back, failed
Fail right.
central midfielder.
Aaron Bissaka better than Trent. Aaron Bissaka better than Trent. All of that. Bro, I used to support him with my whole heart. Just to see him do this while I've just backed him up throughout. It'll take time for me. I think when I watch him play against Liverpool, hopefully in the Champions League, and when I see Ekitike and Isak screw with him, I'll be happy and I'll get back to watching Trent play. But for now, Trent's a rat, but it'll
Yeah,
change.
okay, fair enough. All right, so that's top six. Let's move on to relegation.
Lovely relegation. Last season I had United, but this season no.
Yeah, I mean, I have to take all these.
Mine is very simple. Yeah, Leeds. I saw their squad and bro, like, signing Dominic Calvert-Lewin for what? When you had Patrick Bamford, who's the same. It's like basically you're signing a
Mm.
clone who's always injured. Leeds, in no particular order. I'm gonna say Leeds. I'm gonna say Burnley, and I'm gonna say Sunderland.
Oh, so the same three that
The
came up are
same
going
three,
back down.
but I have two more teams added on, like as a potential relegation threat. One would be Wolves because I just don't see the squad. They've sold Cunha also now, who was
Yeah,
basically who basically saved them from anything last year.
yeah.
He's just doing everything for them. So who's going to do that right now? And then Brentford. Brentford. It's sad. If when you sell out Mbo and Visa, who's
Yeah. If Visa goes for sure, they're definitely down
70
there.
or 80, 75% or 69% or 70% of their goals and assists came from these
Yeah,
two.
those two.
And then if you remove that and if you lost Thomas Frank,
Norgard also they lost.
they lost your captain too, I think they might also be in the forefront of being like a relegation team this year. But then my,
Yeah.
my thing is, just the Sunderland, Leeds and Burnley. I just don't see them.
What about West Ham? Do you think West Ham's gonna have a good season? I feel like they're also in that mix a little bit.
See again, Graham Potter, man. Let's see what he does. He's got his preseason finally. So I would, like I said about Ruben, I'd like a manager to have that preseason. But I don't. Again, they bought this guy called Diouf who plays at the back, who's decent, and then I just want to see how he gets, who he plays in the middle, and how makes use of Fulkrug. Who's actually a great striker. And you have Jared Bowen, the man, the myth, the legend, West Ham legend. So I'd love Bowen at Liverpool. I'm just saying it.
Yeah, Bowen's their star man. And now they lost Kudus, but I think they won 15 to 16 is
15,
where I
you
see
think?
them.
I think around 12th to 18th, but again, very similar to what you're saying. Like, I understand that, but there should be like who's your dark house for this season? Like, who do you think will just outside of top six?
If Palace hold on to Eze, it's
Ooh.
Palace for me. I was very impressed in that Community Shield. I love Glasner as a manager. I think they just again stability, right? But they're going to lose Gehi now,
They
which
are.
may
They are.
yeah. If they lose Gehi, maybe not actually. But I like them. I think Everton may have a decent season. I like the fact that
Ooh,
David Moyes, Everton is just like, it's like a
match
marriage
made in
that
heaven.
just works. And I was going to tell you my hot take. Maybe I'll tell you that later. But I think we are going to see. No, I'll tell you now only. Forget it.
Hot take, let's
My
go.
hot take is we are going to see the reincarnation of Jack Grealish at Everton from his Aston Villa days.
That's Jack Grealish, huh? Let's
I
see.
think we're going to see that old Aston Villa Jack Grealish. I think we're going to see him again.
About fucking time. Like, I'm sorry, Pep. Like, you're a master. How have you removed that from Jack Grealish? Like,
I think just didn't work in that system.
no, but no player of that caliber can work with Pep. Like, that's the problem.
And
It's
I feel like Grealish needs to be the star man. You know what I mean? And he will be that now at Everton, which is why I think he will get those, I don't know about 20, 15 goals, but he will be involved in a lot of their goals and assists and stuff like that.
so it's good to say that your dark horse of the season could be Everton. Interesting. Mine would be I'm lost. I have no dark horse this season. I would say Bournemouth again.
Who have they lost? They lost. No, they still have Semenyo. They've got Evan Nielsen. They've got Huatara is leaving, right?
Looks like it to Brentford.
To Brentford. Yeah. I mean, that's not a bad replacement if they lose Visa as well. It's a decent
See,
replacement.
but then the back three is completely done, man.
Yeah,
Gorkas is
that's
done.
the key.
You know,
Bro, but with all these teams, bro, I just feel like they find some random defenders from somewhere, end up being world beaters, bro.
no, they signed a player this year. They signed a player yesterday. This guy called Bafode Diakite.
Yeah, watch him be like the next big thing. I don't know how they find these guys.
No, he plays center back and right back. You won't believe it. I was doing some research and yo, this guy looked good. 34 million. So let's see
Yeah,
how
but still, they lost Hoisin, Zabarni, and who? Somebody else also they lost, right?
Kirkez,
Kirkez, yeah, that's three
Kepa,
out of four, bro. Kepa,
but they bought Petrovic. So
Petrovic, yeah, same level, bro. I don't think
yeah, same
there's
thing.
any upgrade or downgrade there.
Absolutely. So what is my hot take for the season? And then we'll get to your bottom three.
Yeah. I can do my bottom three. I think we spoke about all teams. Mine is I just have Brentford going down instead of Sunderland.
Ooh, instead of Sunderland.
Sunderland. I think Leeds and Burnley will go back down. Sunderland will survive.
I think you're saying Sunderland because of the Premier League history and
Yeah,
just
they
the
got
fans
Granit
around there.
Xhaka. They bought someone else they bought recently.
They bought 10 players, bro. 10 players.
Yeah, yeah.
They bought
It may
Masuaku.
work. It may work. You know what I mean? Some Premier League pedigree is there with Xhaka. I think that helps
That are
sometimes.
101%. But surprising, because Granit Xhaka was playing for Leverkusen. He saw Ten Hag come in. He's like, nah, I'm out.
Mama. And we've had so many managers.
So, I'm just losing my mind when, come on, you're coming to Sunderland. You don't want to play Champions League, Granit? He's like, nah, I've seen enough in the training sessions
Seen
with
enough.
Xhaka, with Eric Ten Hag. I'm going to
Yeah.
Sunderland. Well, that's going to be
So yeah,
fun.
what's your hot take of the season?
My hot take is Gyökeres is going to have a fallout with Arteta, and Kai Havertz is going to replace him, and then Gyökeres is going to fucking leave next season.
I see. In one season.
Bro, I'm all in for it. It's a hot take, so I just thought this would be a beautiful hot take. Also, another hot take would be Arteta getting sacked in the end of the season because he doesn't win anything again.
I'm all in for this Arsenal slander, bro.
See, I love some of the Arsenal fans out there, but I just
Yeah.
don't deal with the guys online. Like, I think they've got
Yeah.
weird.
A delusion. Delusion is the word for Arsenal.
So I think we're in the last segment of our beautiful body. MVP, mate. Who's
Episode
your
one.
top scorer and MVP?
Top scorer Haaland. I think it's pretty nailed on the head. I think Salah will have a good season again, maybe 18, 20. I think Haaland gets 25, between 25 and 30, and that'll be the number. If Isak comes to Liverpool, I think again that could be another 20, 25 goal season. Ekitike, if he's your starting forward, 15.
15, you think so? I think he'll do more. But again, my obviously top scorer would be Salah because I think for obvious reasons because with that team we had last year, he literally carried our forward line. Let's be honest here, and then now you have Florian Wirtz, you have Ekitike, who basically take at least one defender away from Salah. I feel like he gets
Yeah.
opportunities to whip that left leg of his and try to score more than what he did last season. But I think he'll be the top scorer. But my MVP would be I'm super excited for this German superstar.
Yeah, he looks good, man. He
No
looks
one
good.
understands what watching him play. Like I have goosebumps right now. Like you have no idea. It's like watching a maestro play in the middle of that, pack, just scanning. His first touch going into space. His passes are so
Yeah,
beautiful and delicate. Like the goal against Crystal Palace in the Community Shield. What a bloody pass to play to Ekitike.
yeah.
Ekitike's touch was phenomenal, and the finish was
The
great.
shot out, yeah.
But just look at the pass. He had four defenders around him and he got that angle right in the middle. And the entire game he was
Yeah.
just trying to just try to string those passes in the middle.
Yeah, he's got that
Obviously,
composure on the ball.
exactly. And once we get going, Shiv, I'm telling you, I think you will see some cracker jackers of goals this season.
Yeah. I hate that as a United fan, I have to just sit and listen to this and I can't even debate it, bro. I'm like, yeah, those are the,
You're going through those days now, so I love it.
yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a good season. I think Sesko is my, not dark horse, but I think he scores 15 goals. Like I said earlier,
Cisco,
15 goals. Yeah. I also think Ahmad is going to have a great season if he's fit throughout.
if he's fit. Bro, wait, I think before we finish up, we haven't spoken about one manager and one team at all throughout this podcast.
Who
Unai,
we thought?
brother, good evening. I was just thinking, I was like, we haven't said a word about this guy. Like, where do you think they'll finish? Like, I think, last year in the Champions League did pretty well. You know,
Yeah.
this year they're in Europa, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, they're in Europa. Thanks
Then
to us. Thanks to Emi
thanks
Martinez's
to
red card on the last day of the season.
yes. So now, they have Watkins, they have Marlin, and obviously
Yeah.
Ashworth's gone, Asensio's gone. Like, what do
They're
you
going to lose Ramsey.
they've lost Ramsey, so
Yeah.
they've made some signings also, but do you think there's gonna be a drop in Aston Villa?
Yeah,
Do you
I
think
do think so. I think they're stable. They will finish in the top 10. It's like 8th, ninth for me.
that's crazy, right? Like, imagine last year we were all like with the squad they had, they were just going
Yeah.
ape. But again, I think PSR again is another topic we can talk about later. I think
Yeah.
they're not able to sign players, but then imagine going all guns blazing with that Rashford and Asensio coming in the second half of the season
Yeah.
and then not finishing. I think that just would have hurt Aston Villa. But yeah, I think
Yeah. And playing Thursday, Sunday, I think they lack that depth. So
bro,
8th,
100%.
ninth. Just Unai is good enough to get them till there. But
That's interesting.
yeah, Brighton and them will probably be around 8th, ninth
No, bro, if
is my
Baleba
guess.
goes off from Brighton, boss, I'm putting Brighton on the 16th or 17th.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
be very honest with you.
Fair, fair. If Baleba leaves, yeah. And
But
they lost Pedro also.
they got this new kid, this the Kuiper, the left back. He's a very attacking left back. Just watch out for him. I think he looks good. I watched some of the preseason games. He looked very good. Just watch out
Yeah.
for him as like a watch out option if you have someone, if you want to look from
Mm.
Brighton, the Kuiper, he looks like a good player.
But yeah, I think exciting weekend coming up. I'm excited
Yeah,
to see how this turns out.
bro. I am pumped. Like, I think the Fire, the song by Caspian is just
Yeah,
playing.
it's
I don't
coming
know.
again.
Turn it.
Oh,
Bro, it's
I'm
just been
ready,
playing.
bro. We missed it for too long, bro. This the
Bro.
first week, that excitement that's always there is just the best.
Also, and you guys are going to be seeing us a lot, throughout the entire season. And if you guys have any hot takes, you can always comment, and we can
Yeah,
we
get
will have it.
involved.
We'll get involved. We'll have it like at the end of the season, we'll have all the hot takes, and we'll do like a report card of who did well. I think that'll
Yeah,
be a good idea.
perfect. So let's get
But
to it.
let's get to it, Shivi. Thank you for being clutch in there, Shivas.
That's episode one of the Clutch Reports.
Yeah, man. Let's go. I think we just need to do this, and obviously, I think next up, we should do something with related to the U.S. Open. What do you think?
Yeah, we'll preview the US Open, do a little recap of the first weekend of the Premier League.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. I can't wait, Shivers. I can't wait to have this chat with you again. I'll see you soon.
Sounds good, buddy.